Hello everyone, I am excited to announce that I am publishing the Edan Trilogy, all 3 books in 2023. Many of you might recall that I have a literary agent who was pitching my books to traditional publishers. And I would have loved to have gone with one of those traditional publishers. Unfortunately, none of the editors at those houses decided that the project was quite right for them. But as my fortune cookie told me yesterday, perceived failure is oftentimes success, trying to be born in a bigger way. And so, after a wonderful conversation with my agent at the end of last year, I decided to just go ahead and self-publish the trilogy, which I am incredibly excited about because self-publishing does have some major advantages, one of which is creative freedom, and the other is I have control over the timeline, and so I am able to offer you the entire trilogy next year. So here's how it's going to be if all goes according to plan, and right now, things are looking very good. In March, in fact, March 21st, that will be the release date of Book 1, The Way of Edan. And then Book 2, The Prophet of Edan, will be out on June 21st. And finally, Book 3, Return to Edan, will be out on September 21st of 2023. So there will be 3-month intervals between each publication. I am incredibly excited about this. The books are basically ready, but the formatting and the proofreading and the cover art and the cover design all take some time, hence the 3-month intervals. I will be publishing, just so you all know, an ebook and a paperback. And I am looking into doing an audiobook, but it's safe to say that the audiobook will not be out at the same time as the ebook and the paperback. But that is something I definitely want to pursue, an audiobook. So I'm looking into that right now. I will certainly make announcements when that happens. I am publishing through Amazon KDP. And so the books will, of course, be available through Amazon, wherever Amazon is, which is in a lot of places. But I also will be participating in KDP's expanded distribution program so that the books will be available even in some places where Amazon is not available. Now, I have some videos planned to work up to this publication. And so in the next few months, I will be releasing a video that is a peek at and breakdown of the prologue, or just the first couple paragraphs at least, of the prologue of Book 1, The Way of Edan. And that is something I'm doing with my developmental editor, none other than AP Canavan from A Critical Dragon. Yes, in fact, AP and I already sat down and recorded this video where he essentially breaks down the first couple paragraphs in true AP style. This is something that he does on his channel, A Critical Dragon. He looks at prologues, he looks at openings, and he breaks them down. It was a lot of fun for me to listen, essentially, and chime in every now and again to AP's analysis of my prologue. So I'm very excited to share that video with you guys. Another video that I am planning to do for the release, or prior to the release, is to take a look at the map of Eormenlond, which is the place of my story. And I am so excited about the production of this map. I initially drew, it's a hand-drawn map that I made years and years ago. In fact, 18 years ago when I first started this whole thing, the first thing I did was draw this map. Now, I am having an excellent person give you a just wonderful version of this map. And that person's name is Jack Shepard. Jack has actually done a very well-known map already. He's doing a First Law map. He's already done the map, and it's going to be published in a special edition of the First Law trilogy. So he knows what he's doing. He is very good at this, and the map is already taking shape. I am incredibly excited to see Jack bringing Eormenlond to life with this incredibly wonderful, vivid map that I just can't wait to share with you guys. So I'm going to have a video with Jack just checking out the map, looking at the place names and the influences behind the naming and the various cultures of Eormenlond. So I am just incredibly excited for that. And also I will do, of course, a cover reveal featuring art by an artist that I commissioned who is a dear friend of my older daughter's from her days at Princeton University. This artist's painting style is very much informed by their engagement in woodcutting. And so it is, I think, a perfect style to convey a sense of myth and folktale and ancient days. So I'm really excited to be seeing this cover taking form, and I will be working with this artist for all 3 covers. I'm really excited about what they are producing. So I'm just, lots of good stuff coming. I hope that some of you will be as excited as I am about all of this. I hope to share the various stages of this journey with all of you. If you're interested in listening to all of this, I promise not to inundate you on the channel with news about my books and all that, but if you would like some occasional updates and that sort of thing, do let me know in the comments. And if you're interested in these types of videos that I'm talking about, also please do let me know. In the meantime, I thought I would read a few blurbs from some authors that you might know. And these authors were incredibly kind to read my first book, The Way of Edan, and offer these blurbs to help me pitch the book. And these are going to be going on or actually inside the book as little, praise for the book sort of thing. I'm just so excited. These are people whose writing I adore. These are heroes for me. And so to have them writing these nice things about my book is just like surreal. But I want to share. Maybe this will also give you a sense of what to expect from The Way of Edan. So from Mark Lawrence, who writes, "In The Way of Edan, Philip Chase has written a highly accomplished first novel. The storytelling is top-notch. There's a gravitas in the writing that put me in mind of Tolkien, with definite shades of Catherine Kerr along with John Gwynne. This is a novel born of love for the story." So that was Mark Lawrence writing about The Way of Edan. Speaking of John Gwynne, here's what he had to say about the book. "What a wonderful read! Prose that is smooth and accessible, a world with a weight and depth to it, and a gripping and emotional story. There's a lot to love here. Lovely to see the Anglo-Saxon influences that gave me a real sense of time and place, and the storytelling was done with a deft, assured hand." Wow. Okay, well, there's more. Jenny Wirtz has written about the first book, The Way of Edan. The Way of Edan encompasses an expanding war driven by voracious religious fanaticism. Young heroes emerge, bonded by loyalty in an age of ripening prophecy. Traditional fantasy readers will find elves with a fresh spin, expanding the familiar bounds of individuality, and women, old and young, who wield magic in positions of power. So that's what Jenny Wirtz had to say about The Way of Edan. And one more I want to share with you is from Malazan author Ian C. Esselmont, who writes an impressive debut novel. Chase deftly weaves mystery and action with profound world building. This is a guy who knows about world building. Deeply realized and compelling. That's the end of his quote. So, I'm just floored by this and excited, and I can't wait to share this book with you, this story, this trilogy. I very much am looking forward to hearing from all of you about The Way of Edan, The Prophet of Edan, and Return to Edan, the Edan Trilogy. That's it for me from now. Until next time.